Hey, what's going on out there? YouTube family, this is Samuel Leggett here representing Team JVS, here to give you guys another movie review that's a part of TIFF 2022. Even though it is wrapped up, I want to make sure I give you guys as much content as I possibly can. And I had an opportunity to be able to check out Sam Mendes' brand new film. Yes, Sam Mendes from Skyfall, 1917, and now Empire of Light. Backdrop of this takes place in East Side Town in about the 1980s. And you have Hilary, who works as a sub manager, not the supervising person, not the head of the theater, but a sub supervisor. And she kind of facilitates the theater in and of itself. And there's a newcomer there that comes up. His name is Stephen. Stephen is played by Micheal Ward. If you've seen Small Axe, if you've seen Top Boy, he's a very strong actor. But also Stephen is black. And so in the 1980s, even though this is taking place in the UK, things aren't necessarily that easy for Stephen. But he's a beacon of light. The very first time that he meets Hilary, the very first time that they interact with everybody in the theater, like who works there, they see him as a person that is upbeat, ambitious, and at the same time, they're sitting there realizing slowly but surely, like he's trying to make it, but the world around him is suffocating what the light is in him. And it's a metaphor to me, the essence behind cinema. So I had an opportunity to check out Steven Spielberg's The Fablemans. The Fablemans is a coming-of-age story of a person that gets exposed to what cinema is and wants to make it and is living it and breathing it and how life is connected to it. This feels like the sister or brother to that film, in that with Empire of Light, it's what is it about cinema and the atmosphere of cinema that brings people together to hope, to have a narrow path of light, and what that looks like and how is that facilitated. First off, Sam Mendes, in the way he's directing, he's able to direct certain scenes that could come off really comical or really on the nose or very highly sensual and make them feel so innocent, make them feel so raw all at the same time. Hilary is put through a lot of compromising situations because Hilary is dealing with some mental concerns herself. You see her consistently meeting with the doctor. You see her being, I'm not going to say unappreciated, but used. I think that's the best way I can say it. And she's willingly willing to do it until she sees someone else in somebody like Stephen that she can't just sit idly by because she is drawn to this person. And I think Olivia Colman is doing a great job. Like, she is nailing it, but it's the way that Sam Mendes is directing them. The way that the script is flowing naturally. Like, it's you see that the focal point is definitely Olivia Colman's character, Hilary, but everybody else, whether it's the smallest little busboy that's working with just letting people get their tickets, to the person that's actually working with film, and Toby Jones, like in his description of film and how he's very articulate. Like, everybody has a place. Even Colin Firth. Colin Firth is not a good person. Like, he's a user. But they find ways of allowing his character to be humanized and make him be relatable, but at the same time, like, there's a focus of light there somewhere. And every single character is lighting up like that. And I think that is an art form. Like, it's not just, okay, you got a great script. You know that this movie it exemplifies and connects with the essence behind why cinema can change and transform a person's outlook on their own life, especially if there's a level of hope behind it. It's great. That's similar to that. It's great just off the story. But it's another thing to make sure that the characters and the actors go forward and are captured in that certain kind of way. And that brings me to some of the shots. The shots of the Empire Theater, specifically, like, there's certain shots. There's a moment where at nighttime, and Olivia Colman's character Hilary and Stephen are on top of a rooftop, and just the backdrop is fireworks. And you've probably seen it in the trailers, but the way that they handle it and the way they transition it it feels so specific. Down to there's a small little scene where Stephen is a little upset and he's walking underneath a bridge, and then he's met with an opposition, and the draw is you're seeing from Olivia Colman's perspective, but then they close up pan to what's going on right in your face. And I think that natural progression is also a lot of symbolism here and there with how they're using the shots as far as with the script. The score is actually very beautiful. I think they're doing a really good job with the score, and I think it fits the tone of a certain character that I don't want to say. But this was a great film. I'd rest it easy at an 8.5 or a 9 out of 10. Definitely one of my favorite films coming out of TIFF. And I can't wait to see what Sam Mendes does next. But I mean, I was so impressed by Micheal and his performance of Stephen, that I was just like, he is crushing it. And I mean, the fact that he's acting toe to toe, and I give credit to the acting coach or the hiring, the person that hired actors. I give them credit because their chemistry, Olivia Colman and Micheal Ward, like, it is off the charts, and you would never have suspected it. And I don't know if it's that she's such a great actor or he's such a great actor, but it is really interesting and it's really engaging. But she's a beast. Olivia is such a great actor and is such a very multi-layered character that she's just chewing up scenery, honestly. Everything that she does, whether she's manic or whether she's hurt or whether she is hopelessly in love or hopelessly broken, it's all there. You can see certain semblances of it throughout this performance. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell button. Go and make sure you go and check out Empire Light. Should be hitting theaters or right around December. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace, people.